It's that time of the week, my friends. Trey Reid, Arkansas Game and Fish, with us once again as we bring you the Outdoor Report. This is prime time. This is the season going on.
Finally,
it's cold. I love it, man. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. So, obviously, last weekend, the big one, Modern Gun Deer season kicks off. Numbers, how'd everybody do? You were expecting, what, 300,000 people?
Yeah, it was a pretty good weekend.
Good.
It was down a little bit. We had 21,300 or so deer checked the first 2 days. So just opening weekend, which is down about, I think we were 23,000 and change opening weekend last year, so off 8-9% down. However, if you look at the season totals to date through the first weekend of Modern Gun, we're actually up about 73,000 and change total, as opposed to about 67,000 and change at that point last year through the first weekend of Modern Gun. So down overall. And if you'll think about it, it was nice last Saturday morning, but it warmed up during the day, and then we had the cold front come through, much colder, windy on Sunday. Sometimes it's hard to hear the deer. That can affect the hunter. I think another thing that's probably going on with the early buck-only archery hunt, the velvet hunt, in early September, and then the alternative farms. We had a lot more deer kill with the straight wall cartridges than muzzleloaders during the alternative farm season. So I think some hunters are taking a buck early, be it in that early archery hunt or in the alternative farms, and then maybe being a little bit more selective once the gun season opens, and like maybe not taking the first buck or doe that comes along.
I talked to a friend in Fordyce who was there this weekend, saw 3, 4, let them go, just as you said, kind of let them walk, let them go, very selective, as you were talking about.
Yeah, and I think, that's the beauty of having a really long deer season like we have in Arkansas. I mean, if you're an archery hunter, I mean, you can literally hunt like 5.5 months of the year. So a lot of different opportunities. We've got another alternative firearm season. We've got another youth hunt. So the Christmas holiday gun hunt. So lots of deer opportunity left, and we're like I said, we're up over year over year from last year. So all things looking pretty good.
Don't want to go crazy that first weekend. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, man, you got time.
Well, if you want to go crazy on the 22nd, be my guest, because let's talk about the Big Daddy, the duck hunting season that gets going. I know your personal favorite.
It is my favorite, Hayden. It's a whole different ball game, and things are looking pretty good. Duck population down slightly. The count up in Prairie, Canada, and the northern U.S. back in the summertime, but I like these colder temperatures. I've been hearing some geese flying overhead. Probably means some ducks are moving in. And I'm seeing some photos on social media and stuff of folks, who manage property. I talked with Tracy last week about the W rice. Don't forget that's going on. And certain areas that are permit only, you do that Thursday through Sunday every week through the season. But don't forget to have your state and federal duck stamp and your harvest information program. You still got another week to get those things in order.
Get it done.
But it is an exciting time, man. We got deer, we got duck, lots of things going on.
I know it's warming up a little bit towards this weekend. I just got a gut feeling. I haven't looked at the 7 to 10 day. I feel like Mother Nature may take care of us, or may get those temperatures back down again. I got my fingers crossed.
And really, what we need more than anything else is some rainfall. Rain is the biggest driving factor to duck abundance in Arkansas, be it in sheet water in those ag fields, through the river valley in the eastern half of a third of the state, or our wildlife management areas. Most of those are rainfall dependent. We are not intentionally holding water as early as we did, say 10, 15, 20 years ago, and that's to protect those bottomland hardwood trees, those red oaks, especially that red oak component of that forest, because we've got to preserve that for future generations. But look, it starts later November, December, mid-December, when those rains come, that's when things really get going good
I feel that crisp
in the
air.
woods, especially the public hunting grounds.
I feel the crisp air. When I hear waterfowl, I just get excited. Get a little tingle going, already.
We are so fortunate to live in this part of the world.
It's fantastic.
It happens here. Something happens, when you're sitting out this time of year at night and you hear those geese migrating overhead, it's like, how lucky are we to be able to experience that every year, man? So cool.
Growing up where I did, it was either a C-130 or the geese. So there you go.
There you go. Different kind of bird flying.
Hey, before I let you go, though, so I know we've talked about it too, that emergency declaration that Game and Fish put out about trout catch and release.
Right.
Kind of some misconceptions about the bait you can use. But
I want to clear something up. We've talked about this roughly every week since we passed the regulations. I don't want to belabor it, but there are some folks who seem to have not really sure what you can fish with.
Sure.
Because like in our catch and release areas that are established catch and release areas, you can only use like artificial lures or single barbless hooks, right? Now in those established catch and release areas, it's still that way.
Okay.
But on that 45 miles of the wide or the Bull Shoals tailwater from the dam down to the confluence, if it's not a catch and release area, now it's all catch and release under this emergency reg, but you can still use bait there. You can use wax worms or corn or marshmallows or earthworms, whatever. This still have to be a single barbless hooking point, but you can use bait in those areas. So it's not artificial only and under all the, these special regulations. Only where there was an existing 1 mile of catch and release area.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I see you on social media? You did a little trout fishing recently, didn't you?
I did. Hayden, I
saw that. And I was
yeah.
Beautiful. It looked great, but kind of giving folks a prime example of, hey, this is how you do it, and have a good time.
Little Red River, man.
Yeah.
I got to say, there was a group down at the boat ramp when I got there, and they were catching the heck out of them one after the other. And we caught a few on the fly rod, drifting about a 5 or 6 mile stretch of the Little Red. So, yeah, look, I know these regulations are somewhat cumbersome.
Sure.
And it was only done out of an abundance of caution to make sure that we can still go out and have great experiences like I had and like other folks were having this weekend.
Proof's in the pudding right there. You're still
go
good.
Go out there and have fun, man. You just can't keep as many as you used to.
And I love it. I love when we hit.
And it's temporary.
I got to tell you, we're hitting deer, we're hitting ducks, we're hitting trout.
So many things to do in Arkansas,
absolutely.
brother.
Well, we can't watch football because the team's bad, so we got something to do out here. Appreciate it as always, my friend. We'll see you next week.
You're welcome in the great outdoors if you don't want to watch football.
We will be there. So excited for the 22nd. Again, guys, agfc.com, all this great information. We'll have this video as well on thv11.com and THV11 Plus.